Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Base channel in Malaysia. On the channel today, I'm checking out Spin Master's new Superman the movie, Christopher Reeve retro action figure based off the 1978 movie. Now, the original Superman movie starring Christopher Reeve as the Man of Steel came out in 1978, just 1 year after the blockbuster success of Star Wars. But while Star Wars received a very successful toy line from Kenner, Superman had nothing on shelves. Now, this new line from Spin Master gives fans an interpretation of how it would look like if companies like Kenner did a Superman series of figures back in the 70s and put it on shelves next to Star Wars. The card graphics replicate the look of the original film poster, and this just looks freaking amazing. The card quality, by the way, is super thick and sturdy too. It's like reinforced paper, man. On the back, we get the cross-sell with the rest of the figures in the wave. I saw all of these figures on the shelves here, except for Joel in the white gown. Now, is that supposed to be a chase figure? I don't know. Okay, you tell me. But either way, it appears that these figures have turned up here at retail in Malaysia ahead of the rest of the world. But in the US, I believe that these are supposed to be Walmart exclusives. Now, I have to say that this thing looks best on card, just the way it is. And I really don't feel like opening it, but I'm going to do it for you guys. Okay, so stick around, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Out of the package, and can I just say that this figure is looking bright, okay, super bright. The paint apps are almost sparkling, okay, from top to bottom. The chest logo, the uniform, the boots, everything. And before anybody asks, this thing is 4 inches in height, and we're going to check out later on in the video how this compares with some of Spin Master's recent releases. Now, the face sculpt is very clean looking, but this is not Christopher Reeve, okay? I wish it was. And maybe if you squint a bit, it could be, right? But it's not, okay? And that is one serious looking cut joint at the neck, by the way. Okay, so this figure's got the iconic cowlick in his hair up front. But other than that, this looks like any other guy out there, all right? I mean, like if you were walking the streets and you felt that someone was following you from behind and you turn around, and this will probably be the face that you see, okay? Just a normal, average guy. Now, the symbol on his chest is done up really well, I have to say, okay? Very striking. But now that I'm looking at it straight on, it kind of looks a bit lopsided at the top. Okay, you guys let me know in the comments. Does this thing look crooked, right? Now, the articulation is basic 5 points like the old school Kenner figures. Besides the neck joint, he gets cut joints at the shoulders, so you can have him in flying poses or something that looks like a flying pose. And he also gets joints at the thighs, so you can have him seated in maybe a Justice League jet, okay, if that comes out. Now, the figure gets a very heavy plastic cape. I'm surprised it's not cloth, but in this case, actually, the plastic version looks really good. Very bright colors again, and on the back, you get another nice looking Superman symbol. Okay, this was executed very well. The only way that you can see this is by opening up the figure and not keeping it sealed, all right? This figure gets one accessory, which is based off the kryptonite necklace that Lex gives him in the movie. Now, this thing is made out of some of the cheapest plastic that you will ever find on an officially licensed toy product. Okay, I mean, it's ridiculous, all right? To call this an accessory is almost embarrassing, okay? It doesn't actually look like it was even sculpted. It just looks like something that was cut out of the plastic, okay? Like a cutout thing, right? Not even a sculpt, okay? Yes, okay, it's super cheap looking, but you know, it's still something that you could actually put over his neck so you can actually wear it, right? For an alternate display option, and you can pretend that the kryptonite is consuming him. Damn you! Some other things you can do with the figure is having actually lift up his arms, like one arm if you wanted to, and have him in this flying pose, okay, just like how Superman normally does it. So that is possible with this figure, even though it doesn't quite look as realistic as you want it to. Or you could have him pose with both arms lifted up, okay? All these are iconic poses from the movie itself. Christopher Reeve showed us how it's done, although the toy doesn't look quite as good doing it. But at the same time, he gets two open hands, okay? Neither of them are made into a fist. So you could put something like this kryptonite necklace in one of his hands and have him just hold on to it, okay? Have him hold on to the instrument of his destruction. Okay, time for some comparisons. Here is the Superman figure next to the recently released Spin Master Batman Forever Val Kilmer Batman figure. This was also a Walmart exclusive. This is also based off a retro property and also a Kenner figure from back in the day. It emulates the style of the Kenner figure, except that it's bigger because the Kenner Batman figures that were made for the movie were bigger at the time. So this thing is something like 5 inches in height. Way too big, okay, by comparison. But you can see where Spin Master were going with these figures. They're doing homages to stuff from back in the day. And here's something that actually surprised me, okay? This new Superman figure is of the same scale as the recently released Batman Returns figure that they did. Okay, they're both of the same height, so they can, in fact, play together. So that's fantastic news for fans out there. You get an official Spin Master Christopher Reeve action figure and a Michael Keaton Batman figure that are both of the same scale, except that the sculpting styles are very different between the two. The one that they did for Batman Returns has a more accurate film likeness to actor Michael Keaton, and also the Batman Returns figure is way more articulated. Okay, it's got ball joints, the whole deal, right? So you can do so many more articulated poses, dynamic action stances with the figure compared to the Superman one. But either way, okay, it's still great, okay, that these two are of the same scale, because I'm sick and tired of getting, action figures from the same company that are of different scales. Okay, so guys, anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think of this new Superman the movie 1978 retro action figure from Spin Master. Hit me up in the comments, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon. Take care out there.